Let's see this video.
What if I could prove that Jesus Christ was real without using the Bible? No Matthew, no Mark, no Luke or John. I'm talking only historically verified, third-party, non-Christian, and even hostile sources. The first witness, Cornelius Tacitus, around 115 AD. Tacitus was one of Rome's most respected historians. Tacitus actually despised Christians, and in his own words called them a mischievous superstition. But when he explains their origins, he says in his report, Christus suffered the extreme penalty under Pontius Pilate. You mean to tell me that a hostile Roman source just gave us the name Christus, meaning the anointed one, coming from the Hebrew word Messiah? Or the execution method, the extreme penalty, which was crucifixion? Or how about the authority who ordered it to be done, Pontius Pilate? But it gets better. The next witness, Pliny the Younger, around 112 AD. Pliny was a provincial governor writing directly to the emperor. He was asking how to punish Christians. He notes that they gather on a set day and sing a hymn to Christ as to a god. This isn't theology. This is an early legal Roman memo that's already confirming Jesus was worshipped as divine within living memory of the events. Now let's look at the Jewish historian Flavius Josephus around 93 AD. Josephus was the premier Jewish historian of the first century, and in a fully undisputed passage he mentions a man named James and calls him James, the brother of Jesus, who was called Christ. We have a Jewish historian who proved that Jesus existed, that he had a brother named James, and that he was called Christ. But it gets even better. The Babylonian Talmud in Sanhedrin 43a. This foundational Jewish text confirms that Yeshu, Jesus, lived and was hanged on the eve of Passover. In their terminology, hanged meant crucifixion. They've just admitted that the name was Jesus, the death was crucifixion, and the timing was Passover Eve. And they accuse him of sorcery. Even the Greek satirist Lucian of Samosata in the 2nd century ridiculed Christians for worshiping that crucified sophist. Are you kidding me? Add it up and remember that we didn't use the Bible or any Christian sources, only confirmed historical writings. Roman, Jewish, and Greek sources, many openly hostile, confirm a man named Jesus who is called the Christ, associated with reported miracles, who was crucified under Pontius Pilate at Passover and was immediately worshipped by his followers as divine. These are historical facts. So the question was never, did he exist? The real question is, what will you do with that information?
What are you going to do with that information? You think Jesus is one of those myths, those stories you hear, fables? No, Jesus really existed. Jesus really was crucified. He walked the surface of this earth and he rose again on the 3rd day. It's Christmas. Let's worship the King of Kings, God who became man, the Lord of Lords and the Ancient of Days. If you love Jesus, I want you to drop amen and give a thumbs up to the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Peace.